Hello, everyone. My name is Quinn Chen, and I'm a Specialist Solutions Architect for Amazon Connect. In this webinar today, we'll do a brief introduction to Amazon Connect, show you how AWS is innovating in the contact center space to help organizations like yours improve their customer experience. We will then do a demo, taking you through end-to-end of an example, showing the customer, agent, supervisor, and contact center admin experience. Let's get started. I wanted to start by sharing with you some of the most common questions we hear when talking to businesses about their contact centers and about customer experience in general. Every day, customers become more and more demanding of brands to provide flawless customer experiences, and everybody is being asked to do more with less. But how? How, how do you both improve customer experience while also reducing cost? How can you prioritize innovation over pursuing platforms remain stable without adding headcount or expensive high availability solutions? Every day, businesses already use AWS to innovate the experiences they provide to their customers. And all the brands you see here have trusted AWS to modernize and innovate their customer experience in the cloud, whether those experiences happen through their products, their people, or their apps, whether at in physical locations or through the web. Every interaction a customer has with your brand is an opportunity to improve the experience, to become a more customer-centric, agile, and competitive. It's not uncommon to think product innovation has the biggest impact on differentiating a company from its competitors. But over time, competitors are able to replicate, innovate business models, and drive costs down. But through customer experience, companies can sustain differentiation. CEOs state overwhelmingly that more than any other element of their business, customer experience is the most effective method for creating a competitive advantage. And it's easy to see why from the stock performance of CX leaders versus CX ladders. CEOs know that 69% of consumers will remain loyal to brands they trust, even if their competitors are receiving better reviews. And they know that in order to build loyalty, they need to differentiate by continuously innovating on the customer experience. That's why companies like Nike, Lyft, and Formula One choose AWS to provide their shopper experience, rider experiences, and immersive fan experiences. Customers want to do business with brands that provide effective, low-effort customer experience. One area where many companies continue to struggle to deliver similar delightful customer experiences is within their contact center. The notion of a contact center has evolved, as have the expectations of customers. The contact center of the future isn't a collection of disparate point solutions just for taking a call or chat. It isn't just an application that consolidates those technologies, but it's a platform that makes it easy to integrate with your enterprise applications or systems of records. The contact center of the future makes it easy to leverage customer data in real time to personalize and contextualize all customer experiences. Additionally, as self-service offerings mature, allowing customers to solve the majority of their problems on their own or through a virtual assistant, contact centers have become escalation points, and customers, in their quest for a solution, are looking for low effort and minimal friction. We've all called into a contact center and given our account number, last 4 digits of our social, our date of birth, your mother's maiden name. But what if you didn't have to? What if, naturally, interacting with the self-service experience, telling the virtual assistant, hey, I would like to check my account balance, the system is able to listen to you and authenticate you based on your voice. In your experiences as a consumer, how many times have you tried to solve an issue on your own, only to be stumped and be forced to call the contact center? But then when you call in, how many times have you had to sit there awkwardly in silence while the agent navigates the system to find the necessary information? What if instead the agent was presented knowledge articles automatically based on the words or they were saying during the interaction? Organizations are already developing experiences that are personalized in many areas. Mobile apps understand my preferences and present options and products related to my needs. Websites can dynamically push content to me based on what I like and what I know. Why then must I repeat myself every time I'm transferred within a contact center? Why should my experience over the phone be inconsistent with my experiences through chat? Finally, the contact center of the future does not just leverage this data to personalize experiences. The contact center creates data and insights that are fed back through the enterprise to aid contextualization and personalization across all areas of the business. It may sound relatively straightforward, but there's a lot of technologies that interconnects these business applications, making it possible to route customers efficiently to the best suited agents to assist them, and to give agents all the intelligence they need to be able to answer the questions accurately and ensure a frictionless experience for the customer. To add to the challenges and complexity, it isn't just about providing an excellent customer experience. It's about ensuring a consistent customer experience, whether an agent is involved or the customer uses self-service. But most important of all, to a strong customer experience strategy is that the customers have access to their channel of choice. Any barriers preventing your customers from engaging with your business is equivalent of a customer walking into a store where the doors are locked. There are a number of reasons why these initiatives have historically proven challenging. And here are just some of those reasons, as reported by our customers before they choose Amazon Connect. Last year, we commissioned Forrester Research to perform an independent study of customers who migrated to Amazon Connect across all sizes and segments. The study revealed a set of common challenges customers were facing with their previous contact center systems, making it impossible for them to deliver innovative contact center experiences to their customers. With legacy contact center systems, companies needed to purchase and integrate systems from multiple vendors, all governed by seat licenses, hardware, and telephony trunks, making it difficult and costly to implement, maintain, and scale for peak workloads. Sadly, these challenges are not new. And at Amazon, we were frustrated by the same set of challenges ourselves when over 12 years ago, our retail business started to see enormous growth. We knew that to maintain our focus on being the Earth's most customer-centric company, we needed the right tools to enable exceptional customer experience at scale. But every product we evaluated fell short. So we built it ourselves for use in today. Over 70,000 Amazon customer service associates support millions of customers who speak dozens of languages from customer service centers in 32 countries across the globe. And in March of 2017, we brought that internal tool to market as Amazon Connect so that other businesses could break free of the same challenges. Just like at Amazon Retail customer service, now organizations can scale in an instant to handle unlimited agents and contact volumes. And the differentiators you see on the slide represents why customers are choosing Amazon Connect. Self-service configuration enables rapid innovation that was impossible with legacy contact centers, which requires professional services, engagements, and if they wanted to experiment with new features, they needed to re-engage with sales. With Amazon Connect, customers have access to new features immediately in our management console and can get started with them in the free tier. The UK Post Office went from ideating to finishing a project in 3 weeks, and many customers have recently deployed production workloads on Amazon Connect in as little as 24 hours. Additionally, organizations can now test more advanced functionality like speech analytics with a click of a button instead of waiting several months for an expensive test system to be deployed. One app to replace many, Connect enables customers to unify their contact center technology and tools into a single application, making it easy for them to provide a consistent experience for their agents and their customers across all channels. In their legacy environment, it was common for them to have 10 or more software applications integrated together to provide what Connect offers in a single service. Connect leverages AWS AI services, allowing contact center operators to create personalized automated experiences using neural language text-to-speech and natural language processing, providing end customers with experiences that are similar to how they would interact with Alexa every day. Across all voice and messaging channels, these automated experiences not only improve end customer satisfaction, but help them to solve their problems faster. But they also save AWS customers millions of dollars in operational costs by deflecting contacts that don't really require agent involvement. When an agent is required, Amazon Connect continues to improve the customer and employee experiences using AI and ML. AI infused directly into Amazon Connect makes all of this a reality, which improves the employee experience. It reduces handle time, improves customer satisfaction, and sets us apart from not only the legacy on-premise solution, but the other cloud contact center vendors. And in fact, our use of AI is a common thread that weaves its way through all of Connect's capabilities. To drive fast agent and end customer experience and outcomes, we do things like authenticate customers by recognizing their voice, provide real-time analysis of calls in progress to detect sentiment and notify managers if there's an issue, and automatically detect the customer's intent and issue based on what they say to the agent, and then automatically recommend answers or helpful articles based on that. Again, these capabilities are helping our customers solve their customers' problems faster, while also improving agent productivity and driving their costs down. There's no denying that contact centers generate a significant amount of data about customers, but traditionally, it has been frustrating, just out of reach, costing a lot of money, either in human resources or expensive software to analyze, transcribe, and understand the impact of the data. When it comes to analytics with Amazon Connect, customers tell us they love that they can not only see what's happening in real time, but also get historical reports to analyze patterns and performance with infused insights such as sentiment analysis, categorization, and topic identification. With Amazon Connect, your data is your data, and you can easily export or stream data to data lakes and analysis applications of your choice. And with features like Contact Lens for Amazon Connect, you can deeply understand your business through sentiment analysis, phrase detection, and much more. And you can start doing so by just clicking a box. And because there are no licenses with Amazon Connect, you pay for only what you use, plus any associated telephony and messaging charges. With Amazon Connect, there's no minimum monthly fees, long-term commitments, upfront licenses, or and the pricing is not based on peak concurrency, agencies, or maintenance, which Forrester reported resulted in a 30% hard cost savings for Connect customers versus other cloud contact center solutions. And some customers have reported to saving up to 80%. Beyond the hard cost savings, Forrester also estimate the impact of efficiency and CSAT scores benefit customers are receiving by leveraging Amazon Connect's innovative capabilities to reduce training time, sysadmin effort, and shorten average handle time. All these benefits that are being achieved using Amazon Connect directly translate to improvements to customer experience. So while the approximated 30% hard cost savings is a reason alone to evaluate Amazon Connect for your contact center, the soft cost benefits of operational improvements and better customer experience are typically the types of benefits that align to a broader level of goals and initiatives. And since launching in 2017, we've been so humbled to see thousands of customers recognize our innovations and adopt Amazon Connect for their businesses. Enterprise customers like Best Western, Capital One, and National Australia Bank love that they can move with the agility of a startup, making changes in minutes, not months, and scale to meet seasonal peak workloads. Smaller organizations like Square and Slice Pizza love that they can get an enterprise-grade contact center at startup prices. Since we are easy to set up, we are in the unique position to help contact center leaders when COVID started. The state of Rhode Island designed, configured, and implemented Amazon Connect in just 10 days. On their first full day of operation, the new contact center enabled nearly 75,000 Rhode Island residents to successfully file unemployment claims. Thanks primarily to Amazon Connect's consumption-based pricing model, for the first time, we're seeing a product capable of truly spanning an entire range of contact center sizes and use cases. We have customers with less than 10 agents and multiple customers with tens of thousands of agents using Amazon Connect. Let's take a quick look at two example scenarios of how different businesses are leveraging Amazon Connect. Take Intuit, for example. Intuit has 3 different products, all of which are sold directly to consumers online. When a consumer needs assistance preparing their taxes, running their payroll, or managing their personal finances, they reach out and engage with Intuit's Contact Center. Intuit's Contact Center handles over 130,000 calls, or nearly 2 million minutes of talk time in a single day during peak season. They have 33,000 agents and over 100 teams across 11 countries. Given the size and importance of Intuit's Contact Centers as a strategic part of their product offering, it is a critical element of their customer experience. With their previous Contact Center system, Intuit's Contact Center ops team were 100% focused on preparing for peak season, load testing, managing licenses, and upgrading and patching applications. Due to the complexity of their system, multiple siloed tools for channels, self-service, and a complex environment for agent applications, all of the efforts were focused on keeping the systems operational with zero effort on improving the customer experience. It's important to note the paradigm of customers interacting with Contact Center is not limited to just external customer use cases, supporting sales or customer service. An employee reaching out to an HR help desk or IT service desk can also be handled by a Contact Center. News Corp is a global, diversified media and information services company focused on creating and distributing authoritative and engaging content to consumers and businesses throughout the world under a number of different media brands and outlets. They are a large and complex multinational, but they took a different approach to their Contact Center journey. Instead of a full enterprise-wide transformation like Intuit did, News Corp had a specific need and focused their initial effort on improving their IT services. They were challenged to nearly double the amount of employees supporting by their IT services help desk, growing from supporting 3 business units and 6,300 employees to 9 business units and 11,500 employees. Even though the News Corp's internal IT help desk isn't nearly as big as Intuit's Contact Center, only handling 3,400 contacts a month with 17 agents, they were able to use the same innovative technologies to create a differentiated experience for the employees at a lower total cost of ownership. They were able to deploy Amazon Connect fully in 3 weeks compared to months when it took them for their previous system. Using Amazon Connect to improve their automated experiences, recording capabilities, reporting and metrics with AI capabilities, and integrating with backend systems, News Corp was able to handle the increased demand by adding only an additional 3 agents. This strategy that News Corp leveraged, starting their Contact Center modernization by starting with the internal Contact Center to build a business case and experience needed to convert their external customer-facing Contact Centers, is a common pattern we see among customers looking for ways to get started with Amazon Connect. Now let's get started with the demo. In this demo, we will be using Any Company Insurance as our fictitious company. In the next minutes, we will explore a few ways Any Company leverages Amazon Connect to optimize and streamline the agent workflow, increase customer satisfaction, and increase revenue by upselling as a follow-up to an efficient and seamless interaction. We'll focus on the customer and agent experience first. We'll then show the supervisor experience and the Contact Center admin experience. We'll showcase not only a digital transformation of any company's website by using an intelligent virtual assistant to offer 24-hour assistance to their customers, but also the power of the agent workspace that provides a 360 view of the customer and allows for an efficient and empathetic interaction. Let's start with the customer experience. In our story, Jane Doe is a 30-year-old with a great driving record and considering purchasing her first home. She has browsed the insurance company's website looking for information. But today, unfortunately, she got into a small fender bender accident while driving to drop her son off to school. After she gets home safely, she is looking to file her claim. However, Jane was never involved in an accident before, so she doesn't know how to file a claim or what to expect. She goes to the Any Company's website and notices that they offer a virtual assistant. Jane fills in a couple of information, quickly allows her to provide context to the assistant, and clicks Chat with us. When the chat starts, Jane gets greeted by Matthew, the virtual assistant. Matthew navigates Jane's question and is able to have a natural conversation with the customer. Jane remembers that she took photos of the other driver's license and insurance policies, and she wants to know where she can upload them. Since it's the first time Jane is filing a claim, she prefers to speak with an adjuster over the phone. Jane is happy that she can talk to the adjuster and seek advice, so she accepts the offer, and chooses to continue the conversation over the phone rather than be connected over chat, as she feels more comfortable talking to a person over a phone.
Hi, Jane. Thanks for your patience. Before I put you through to the adjuster, could I please get the location of the accident?
5 Example Street.
Great. I was able to successfully authenticate your voice, and for compliance reasons, our conversation is now being recorded. If you prefer to opt out, please let the adjuster know. Were you driving your Toyota 4Runner or Tesla Model 3?
Toyota.
Early in the chat, you mentioned that you wanted to upload some pictures. Did you receive the link?
Yes, I've got it.
Great, I will connect you with an adjuster now.
As you've noticed so far, we've gone through a seamless virtual assistant conversation with Jane, where we demonstrated Amazon Connect's ability to offer an automated experience that allows the customers to engage in different ways. This may include a quick question and answer interaction, a subscription service for repetitive actions, or appointment scheduling, payment status, or full self-service experience where the customer does not need to interact with a person. Let's take a moment to recap what we just saw. Once the customer reaches the Any Company website, they are offered a smart interaction using a natural language understanding virtual assistant powered by machine learning knowledge base. Not only is this virtual assistant available 24 hours, but the cost of supporting a bot conversation will always be less expensive than an agent interaction. So this allows them to reduce their operational costs while providing their customers continuous assistance. The communications can be personalized. Data can be tracked across multiple platforms for a truly personalized experience. This allows you to resolve customers' issues faster, earn trust through self-service, which will reduce cost and improve the customer experience and frustration because they don't have to wait to speak with an agent. Seamless voice print authentication security is also in place. As Jane has previously enrolled the voice authentication program, she does not need to answer multiple questions. We heard from our customers that some of the standard authentication questions that were more of a private nature can now be easily accessible on social media, so bad actors can find answers to questions like mother's maiden name or their favorite high school teacher. By leveraging the voice print authentication, not only you are reducing the customer's frustration trying to remember the answers to these security questions, but you're also reducing the agent's validation time, which in turn reduces the average handle time, which across all of your teams lead to an operational cost reduction while providing enhancement security for your callers. Let's continue the demo and focus on Jane's conversation with the adjuster by taking a look at the agent experience. We'll see some of the tools that can help optimize agent efficiency, allowing them to focus on what matters, the customer. Here is a sample agent desktop application. Over here, we have the Amazon Connect Contact Control Panel, or CCP, that offers a full set of controls, like answering calls, put calls on hold, start a transfer, but also it can create follow-up tasks and all the functionalities that you need to interact with customer contacts. This is where you can see incoming calls, chats, and tasks. You can embed the softphone in your agent application, CRM application, or even hide it and build a custom control using our open source JavaScript library. In this example application, we have two main tabs. One is the Contact 360 tab. Here you can see an area where the agent can find all the information available for that contact they were interacting with. Whether you decide to show just the demographic data, or you want to show marketing material sent, or the latest open case or claim status or payment, you can show the full interaction history for the customer. This is the place where you can put information for the agent so that they can best help and understand context to help the customer in the most efficient and empathetic way possible. We call this data customer profile, and we make it available not only in the form of a visual widget like you see here, but also as a full API set that allows you to customize and use this data any way you see fit for your business. Not only is this data available on the desktop, but you can leverage the customer profiles as a single source of truth containing multiple data sources for IVR data searches, as well as for any of your other applications that need access to this data, whether they are used by your contact center or not. Your data is your data. To the right, we are displaying additional data details such as voice authentication status, call recording status, and even the ability to show attachments for the contact that has set with the claim. Below this, we can see a system of record information, including insurance, policy type, along with the details of the car. All this provides the agent with the necessary information to help the customers right away. In the next tab, we have here are displaying the agent assist tools, the chat transcript showing the complete customer interaction with the virtual assistant. This way, the agent will not only cover questions or information that was already discovered by the automation and self-service. The agent is also able to see all the details collected by the bot. The panel to the right is the Wisdom panel. This provides access and integrates directly with your knowledge base and retrieves information for all your knowledge base sources. This helps the agent get quick access to documents and knowledge articles that help them better understand the customer request by searching using natural language instead of keyword search that's usually less effective. By rating the articles surfaced by the knowledge base, the agent can help retrain the machine learning model running behind the scenes and surface better articles in the overall search mechanism used by all the users in your contact center. Let's see this adjuster workspace in action. We see that this call has been connected to the agent. We know that from reading the chat transcript and the context, we know that the primary intent from this customer is to file a claim. The system using this information routes the call to an agent specialized in auto insurance claims. Quinn, the agent, can now greet the customer using information displayed on the screen. Also, the agent can easily confirm the reason for calling based on the virtual assistant's transcript present on the screen. Quinn, the agent, can now greet the caller using information displayed on the agent desktop. The previous interactions between the virtual assistant and the customer is displayed on the screen, so the agent can continue the conversation without asking for the reason of the call, nor make the caller repeat information they've already provided. This provides the customer with a sense of being taken care of and opens a comfortable conversation between the agent and the customer. The agent also sees that the customer has been authenticated. Recording has been enabled so that they can directly start the process of helping customer with the claim. After confirming the reason for calling, the agent walks Jane through the claims process, and the agent tells Jane to use the link provided through the text to upload the driver's license. Jane can now use the text message directly sent by the virtual assistant to open the website directly to upload any files. Jane chooses from her photo library the driver's license and insurance paperwork that she obtained at the scene, and she clicks Upload Images. Once the images have been uploaded, we can see that the new attachment showed up in the agent desktop. The agent can now view the attachments, view the driver's license and the insurance policy, and tell the customer and confirm with the customer any additional to file the claim. After the claim is filed, Jane asks the agent if she can get a discount if she uses the Any Company Automobile Repair Shop, which is a partner organization with the Any Company insurance. Hi, will I be able to get a discount with the Any Company car repair shop? Let's pause the demo here to show you the supervisor experience. In addition to the standard contact center monitoring ability with Amazon Connect's seamless AI ML integrations, you can configure real-time visual alerts to specific rules you define that will allow supervisors to focus on calls they deem important from a multitude of business rules perspectives, such as customers at risk of churn, escalation, or fraud. In the rules page, you can set up rules to match words or phrases that were mentioned or not mentioned when the speaker is the customer or agent. These rules provide alerts to the real-time metric to supervisors, so supervisors can be alert in real time. They can also be call analytics. But let's look at an example. In our example, Any Company Insurance and Any Company Auto Repair Shop is currently running a promotion. Supervisors can monitor agent conversations in real time and look for rules they have triggered to backchannel any message to the agents about the latest promotion they can provide so that they can provide the best value to their customer. We can see that we have a real-time rule defined here where Any Company Repair Shop is mentioned by the customer. This real-time rule can be triggered and agents can be monitored in real time. Time metrics page Lane's promotion rule was triggered for the agent. As a supervisor, I can open the real-time contact summary page and see the categories, alerts, and monitor the transcript in real time. So that was real-time analysis. Typically, when we are analyzing the context post-call, we're defining a lot of rules, as you can see here. We have rules for real-time, we spoke about earlier, but we can also define post-call analytics rules. Post-call satisfaction surveys usually give less than 10% response rate, and they contain skewed responses. To check for quality, contact centers manually score only 3 to 5% randomly sampled customer contacts. This is a low probability of properly identifying emerging themes and training opportunities. With the rules that we define here, we can create categories for these calls and tag them with specific things that we're looking for. And it makes them searchable later on in the contact search page. For example, we can create a rule for post-call analytics for exact match phrases, or we can look for semantic match or pattern match. We can look for any of these phrases if they were mentioned or not mentioned during the first, last, or higher duration of the contact. For example, the last 30 seconds, and if the speaker is agent, customer, or either. With these rules we define here, we can create categories for calls and tag them with the specific things we're looking for and make them searchable in the contact search for all the calls that are happening in the system. For Any Company, they recently had a report that some agents are not reading out the full confirmation to the customer before processing the claim. Supervisors are told to monitor and review how the agents are including the call by confirming the details of the claim. To help with that, we've configured our rule to categorize calls where the claim confirmation is not read out to the customer in the last 2 minutes of the call. We can see that specifically we're looking whether or not an agent is confirming the claim that they're filing for the customer in the last 2 minutes of the contact. Now to search for these contacts, we can go to the contact search page. In the contact search page, not only can we see the whole history of everything that has happened in your contact center, you have the ability to select time ranges, filter by channel, such as voice, chat, or task. Not search with agent ID, phone number, etc. You can also search for contact categories, which are tagged by the call analytics. You can even search by words or phrases directly in the call. Another thing, you can search non-talk time, which is expensive for your contact center. You can easily identify these calls with long non-talk time and analyze them to look at categories and see how to improve. You can also look for calls that have certain sentiment values. But not only that, we can actually filter and look for agents that have turned the sentiment around, turning the sentiment trend from a negative value at the start to a closing value at the end. For example, turning the customer from negative to positive. With these criteria, it allows you to identify calls that are doing well and calls where customer experience has suffered, so you can make the appropriate changes. Now let's show an example. This is an example of a post-call analyzed contact in the contact search. In this example, the agent was able to understand the customer issue and properly turning around a call where the customer was frustrated into the call, but then the customer ended up being happy with the results of the conversation. We can see the recording and the transcript. We can quickly jump through to sections of the recording by looking at the sentiment trends here, as well as the voice volume of the recording. We can see that PII data has been automatically redacted, and this can be done with a single click of a button in a checkbox where recording is enabled. The key takeaway here is your data is your data. All of this contact lens data and other real-time metric data can be streamed out of your Amazon Connect instance to your data lake for further analysis and reporting. A contact flow defines how a customer experiences your contact center from start to finish. At the most basic level, a contact flow enables you to customize your interactive voice response or IVR system. To customize your contact center, you can use the Contact Flow Designer, which is a drag and drop interface that allows you to customize your contact center without doing any coding. We can drag blocks to play a prompt from the design panel on the left into the main canvas and set up these blocks to connect them together to deliver your customer experience. This is an example contact flow. And this specifically is the block that we use to set recording and analytics behavior. With a click of a button, we can enable call recording for agent and customer. We can enable contact lens for post-call and real-time analytics, and we can set the language of choice, sensitive information. This block with a click of a button. Another powerful block that we can leverage is the Get Customer Input block. The Get Customer Input block allows you to easily set up DTMF menus to integrate, or you can integrate with your virtual assistant using Amazon Lex and customize the dialogue with attributes such as the customer name. You're able to turn text into lifelike speech using our powerful neuro text-to-speech engine inside all of the blocks that play a prompt back to the customer. The Invoke a Lambda function block allows you to fully personalize the customer experience. We can data dib for more customer context through any external data store or API to bring the context back to the contact flow to enhance routing capabilities to match the best agent with the caller. AWS Lambda makes it easy to integrate with legacy systems. They can be deployed into a VPC where it can securely talk to your on-premise systems. The same ease of integration helps with leveraging other AWS servers like Personalize to play specific recommendations for products while in the queue to help cross-sell, or Amazon Pinpoint simple email servers for post-contact surveys, or even Amazon TextStrack to extract information from attachments and forms submitted by the customer. The last block that I want to show you is how easy it is to set up Voice ID to securely authenticate your users with VoicePrint. Contact centers have used a time-consuming knowledge-based authentication process where the callers have to answer multiple questions based on personal details that we spoke about earlier in the presentation. Now, Amazon Connect Voice ID allows customers to opt in to streamline their authentication. Voice ID will analyze speech attributes and create a digital voice print. When the caller calls back, Voice ID matches their identity with the digital voice print and generates an authentication decision for the caller, creating a fast and more secure customer interaction. We just need 10 seconds to build a voice print for the customer. They don't need to say anything specific. In fact, the audio with the interaction with the virtual assistant can be used to authenticate the user. From a content flow perspective, we set a threshold with the set security block. We recommend setting this block at the beginning of the flow to start to capture the caller's voice. The caller's voice print against historical to verify identity, and it returns a score between 1 to 100, and you can customize this authentication threshold for your use case in this block. For example, moving it to 95% or 99%. Once the set security behavior has been set, we can use the check security status block to get the outcome of the verification. This block is able to tell us the status of the caller's authentication and pass the status such as authenticated, not authenticated, inconclusive, not enrolled, or opted out to the rest of the application through attributes inside your content flow. Now let's go back to Jane. With all the context, the agent is able to make the experience frictionless. The customer was able to get a claim quickly without having to repeat information already provided or things we already know about them. After the agent has helped Jane with a claim, the call disconnects. And the agent is able to create a follow-up task along with all the context that was in the call so that someone else can check up on Jane when the car repair has been completed. Now, imagine this is a week later, another agent becomes available and they get routed a task. A week later, another agent gets the follow-up task along with all the context that was in the call. They check up on Jane to check that everything is well. Jane follows up with the home insurance query that she had, and the agent is able to put Jane in touch with the right department to help with the home insurance. To summarize, any able to leverage Amazon Connect to achieve a smooth customer experience. You can now reduce costs by using rich data and natural language understanding technology to front the customer interactions and save agent time by performing customer validation and provide repetitive task fulfillment. You can increase the effectiveness of your agent by giving them access to the exact information needed to process a call, whether that is the previous virtual assistant conversation, customer profile data, or multiple knowledge-based data sources. You can use built-in tools to secure for compliance and data residence. You can use AI and ML tools to monitor and improve processes, reduce agent training times, improve the quality of service provided to your customers. We can reduce expenses, less time to do tasks. We can improve operational efficiency. And finally, we increase the quality of your interactions with your customer. You can increase the loyalty, strength, and increase revenue by turning follow-ups into upsells. That concludes the demo for today. If you haven't tried Amazon Connect yet, you can sign up for free. Log into the AWS console today, answer a few short questions, claim a phone number, and you'll be taking calls within minutes. Finally, we have a number of great resources to help you started. You can visit our Amazon Connect product page, our documentation, or our blogs for a lot of content to help you get started. Thank you very much.